Hey guys, Decap13 here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. Alright. Section 5 of Gotel Damarang. Let's give it a shot. Assassins and Berserkers. I remember this one's not too bad. We're gonna need casters though. I'll bring my 10-10-10 level 100 Anastasia, of course. Oh, I love her so much. I'm really looking forward to her summer version coming out in, what, 2 years from now? I'm telling you right now, when that day comes, I am 100%, not even joking, going to do a stream where my aim is solely to NP5 her. On my personal account, of course, not on this account. But yeah. Yeah, I'm 100% doing that. Because that's something I really want to do. Although, knowing my luck, I'll end up like NP5ing, who else is on that banner? Ogita Alter and Charlotte Corday before I even get like one copy of Anastasia. Knowing my luck, of course. Anyway. Yeah, I guess this is good. Let's go.
The gate won't open, will it?
No, Gerda. It only opens on the ordained day. Assuming you stay here and don't go out again, at least.
I won't. Nobody has a fever right now.
You did a good deed, Gerda, so the goddess and the envoys will forgive you. That they didn't punish you is proof enough of that, right? Still, the gate won't open. I wonder if we really will have to wait for the next ordained day to set off on our journey, like he said we would.
This has never happened before. What's going to happen now? It almost feels like I'm dreaming.
An envoy only comes on the ordained day. The goddess hasn't permitted them to descend from Valhalla any other time. At least, that's what the man with the huge metal thing said. Whether it's true or not is beyond me. Honestly, we're not sure what to do now either. Never even occurred to us that something like this could happen. Some are saying we should try to force the gate open now, but...
You can't! You'll never get to go to Valhalla without an envoy. So, in that case, maybe you can all just wait until next year.
Yeah, I suppose we could.
Of course you could. All the children were thinking how nice it would be to make the flower bed past the field a bit bigger. We'd all be happy if the grown-ups helped us. I mean that, you know? So what do you say?
The fire on the mountains? Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with that either. The snow and ice at least makes some sense, but the fire? I got nothing.
Really? You know what's going on with the ice that covers the mountains and the snow that covers all of Scandinavia? Fo.
Yeah, more or less. Might as well explain while we're taking a break. I guess it's about time I told you the point of this march anyway. Say, never did tell you where I wanted to go after we left the village, did I?
All you said was, join me.
Sorry about that. Alright then, let's start at the beginning. You two know about the myth of Ragnarok, right? Well, in this Lostbelt, looks like the last war between the gods and giants still took place. But as you've likely figured out for yourselves, the Age of Gods didn't end here for some reason. Thanks to that, civilization never developed. Humans are still worshipping gods, and giants roam unchecked around the mountains. Basically, for the last 3,000 or so years, things have remained pretty much the same as they were back in 1000 BC, when the Norse Age of Gods was originally meant to end. And that's what led to this place heading down a slightly different path from the myth we know.
Fo! The Age of Gods lasting into the present day. Then Director Gordoff and Da Vinci were right.
Yep, the real deal's right here in Scandinavia. Didn't you hear the kids going on about goddess this and goddess that? Well, there you are. She didn't die in Ragnarok or turn into a divine spirit. She's remained intact to this day. Now she rules this Lostbelt using her 100 envoys as a go-between to keep both the giants and humans in check. She's the last god in Scandinavia. She's kept the Age of Gods going all this time. She lives in the northern part of Oslo Fjord, in a castle located in proper human history's old Oslo region. The Queen of Scandinavia, who covered half its mountains in frost. Sahath Skadi, goddess of snow and ice. The last remaining deity and the one in charge of this entire Lostbelt. We're not talking servant here. We're talking full-blown honest-to-goodness goddess. I'm trying to get to her castle. It's probably where you find the cryptor and that servant, too. I bet it's also where that paper moon thing is, along with... what was it called again? The Tree of Emptiness? Anyway, I bet they know where you can find that, too. Sahath! Yup.
You mean that's Sahath?
That's what I said.
Fo, Q!
Get off of me! What is this thing, a dog? I'm okay with dogs.
Fo!
What? What's your problem? What'd I say?
Fo, stay. What's gotten into you?
Fo doesn't seem to like Napoleon all that much.
What about the giants? Indeed, they may appear to be quite active, but they are not exactly industrious. I hold absolute authority over them. I can make them attack or sleep with a single command. But even I cannot suppress their instincts. The giants who survived consume heat in any form they can. Though most of them remain in hibernation, they will awaken at the slightest hint of a new heat source and devour it immediately. And the giants can't serve as proper disciplined army, as I suspected. Of course, I have nothing but the utmost respect for your ability to control many of them at once, but...
As familiars go, they're third-rate at best.
Saber. It's quite alright. That knight of yours is correct, Ophelia. The giants may have lived through the fires of Ragnarok as the humans and I did, but they are a pitiful shadow of their former selves. Still, they were once proud, mighty souls. That is why I love them, for they too are living things here in Scandinavia. We gods may not have always seen eye to eye with giants, but they were still beings on par with us. The heat of the flames scorched them all. It twisted the frost giants, the mountain giants. No giant escaped its wrath. Now they have become so twisted that they are little more than walking calamities. They bring nothing but death and destruction, just like fire. So I shall keep them in check myself. With the masks born of mine own hands, I can unite all the giants under my rule. For I carry the noble blood of Ymir in my icy veins.
Aha! So you two knew Sahath from proper human history, huh? Unfortunately, this version of her is absolutely not the person you know. She's not a divine spirit, not a god that's lost its body and dissolved back into nature. She's an actual living goddess. Sahath Skadi, goddess and queen, has been around for thousands of years, ever since the Age of Gods, a fusion of the Norse goddess Skadi and the Celtic warrior Sahath. Sahath Skadi?
I see. I did hear that certain aspects of Sahath from proper human history may have been blended in with the Norse deity Skadi. I suppose that means in this Lostbelt, Skadi, goddess of the snowy mountains, who is herself part giant, would be the predominant figure over Sahath.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Here in this Lostbelt where the Age of Gods never ended, she rules over humans and giants alike. Her goal seems to be for everything to remain as it is. I guess that part's the same as other Lostbelts. Nothing else, I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to wipe humanity out. In fact, word has it Sahath Skadi loves all forms of life. That's what I've been hearing anyway.
Oh? Loves?
Means we can reason with her, as long as we don't go openly declaring war on her or anything. She won't see us as enemies. Guaranteed.
But, Napoleon, we've already destroyed a number of her envoys.
Trust me, it's gonna take more than that to ruffle this queen's feathers. I know that sounds pretty weird, but it's true. She doesn't call herself the mother of Scandinavia for nothing.
Wait, mother?
That's right. That said, I can understand why you'd be nervous, especially after that big dust-up we had with the envoys. But that's as much my fault as it is yours. Sorry for getting you too caught up in that. Hey, we're just grateful you saved us. Hey, thanks. Makes me feel a lot better.
I have to say, Napoleon, I'm impressed with how much you know about this Lostbelt and proper human history. Napoleon Bonaparte. You first made a name for yourself after the French Revolution in 1789, eventually going on to become the first Emperor of France. As the Supreme Commander of the Grand Army, you are one of France's greatest rulers and conquerors. For a time, you controlled over half of Europe, and your grand expedition to Russia is particularly well known. But at least in our database, I haven't seen anything regarding your exploits that pertains to Scandinavia. I did hear that you were quite the fan of James Macpherson's Ossian, which had epic poems similar to the Norse poetic Edda, but that's all. What I'm trying to say is, you must have acquired your knowledge of Scandinavia after you materialized. Is that right, Napoleon?
Yeah, how do you know so much? Well, sure. I materialized here just a little bit before you all showed up. That's why I happen to know so much. I've been getting all this information while I travel around on foot in some skis I made. As to the source of my information, well, I think I'll hold off on that for now. An air of mystery makes hotties like me even hotter, don't you think?
Fo, fo, fo! Yo!
No! What is it? You want me to fess up everything, no secrets? Come on, lay off me, doggo. I've got my reasons.
Fo isn't actually a dog.
Phew. Well, let me be perfectly clear about one thing. This here heroic spirit's on humanity's side. I'm your ally. I came here to save you. Just make sure you don't forget that. As long as you don't, we could even make a temporary contract if you want.
Senpai.
I trust Napoleon.
Yes, I agree. He's capable and trustworthy. That's right, I couldn't believe my eyes when I first saw an archer like you wielding that enormous cannon.
Hold on. Is that so? I didn't think artillery specialists were all that uncommon. Then again, maybe it's tougher than I thought for someone like that to make their mark on humanity. It's not like I was an artillery officer my whole life. Hell, my spirit origin and noble phantasm are both pretty much afterthoughts.
Then you mean you didn't use a cannon like that when you were alive?
Of course not. You're a riot, mademoiselle. Could you imagine an emperor like me going around with a cannon like this? Wait, guess I shouldn't laugh, huh? Sorry about that. It's just not that uncommon in modern heroic spirits. I don't know what sort of adventures you've gotten up to before, but haven't you seen anything like this with other modern heroic spirits from proper human history? You know, where they turned out to be kind of a caricature of their real selves. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, now that you mention it, Babbage's heroic spirit materialized as a mechanical suit of armor. And Edison doesn't look remotely close to how he did when he was alive. Maybe because of the special circumstances surrounding his materialization.
Yeah, some of them ended up turning into innocent monsters, too. Right? In my case, I got this gigantic cannon. And that's not all that's different. Just look how tall I am here! Ooh la la, won't be getting called short anytime soon. Not a chance. Well, as far as looks go, I've got my own reasons for appearing like I do. Enough of that, though. Anything else you want to ask me?
Yes. Fo! Remember how Gerda said that at least in Village 23, an envoy won't come again for another year? Is there a reason for that? Something you know from your unidentified information source?
I can't be totally certain it'll be another year, but that sounds about right to me. Oh, but that's not my source talking. I learned that firsthand.
How?
Just look at how many of them showed up this time. The envoys aren't allowed to sacrifice humans on any day besides the one that goddess lady, Sahath Skadi, ordained. So they must have brought a whole bunch of them along to make sure the ritual didn't go off the rails again. Again? Oh, right. This wasn't my first run-in with them. Back at another village, I caught one of them trying to open those giant gates and sniped him. There was just the one back then. Probably because they didn't expect anyone to attack them, but that obviously wasn't the case of the last village. Remember them saying something about shared records? Well, the data from the one I sniped got shared with the rest. Looks like they responded by shoring up their numbers in preparation for another attack. The envoys don't care about the Queen's philanthropy. They're basically machines. No reasoning with them.
I see. Fo.
So, I guess what I'm trying to say is... I'm sorry! I had no idea they'd come back with those kinds of numbers. Oh, I guess I really messed things up for you two.
Oh no, not at all. We never would have won without your help, especially given how strong each envoy was individually.
Oh yeah, that. Guess I ought to level with you. I'm pretty sure the sisters they based the envoys off of are even stronger. The ones we ran into yesterday are basically mass-produced dolls that Queen Sahath Skadi made by infusing them with her own magical energy.
Mass-produced dolls?
Might as well get this out there too. The Queen here is merciful, yes, but the whole place is lousy with powerful, vicious enemies. A shitstorm of envoys, that Lostbelt servant with his demonic sword, and almost no allies for us. Even with the odds stacked against us, are you two still ready to fight? That's why we came here.
Exactly. Yes, we're ready to fight. We're the only ones who have a chance, no matter how small, of restoring Earth and proper human history. So that's why.
Gotcha. That's good to hear. Me, I'm the guy who once ruled over most of Europe. I'd say that more or less makes me its king.
Fo.
Special translation. What's Boney here going on about? So if you call for me, I'll come running right away. Doesn't matter, even way up north. Doesn't matter how cold it is. I'll be there. After all, if someone begs for my help, how can I refuse? Back when I was alive, there was a mountain of problems keeping my hands tied, like budgetary concerns and stockpiling issues. But now that I'm a heroic spirit fighting for humanity, nothing's gonna hold me back. Haha! There might only be so many categories of things I can help with, but if there's two things I do best, it's fight hard and win. If that's what you're looking for, then your search is over. Besides, Scandinavia is still part of Europe, and nobody's better at winning in Europe than I am.
Senpai, his confidence and spirit are amazing. Although, there is one thing I'm a little concerned about. As I recall, Emperor Napoleon's biggest defeat was...
when the Grand Army couldn't handle the Russian winter.
Yes, exactly. That defeat would go on to be a major factor in the decline of his reign.
Honestly, it would have been nice to get another crack at Russia for my revenge, but... oh well, c'est la vie. Still, since we're in a harsh wintry environment too, I will settle for avenging my Grand Army's defeat here. I really don't think that's how karma works. At all. Ever. Don't be like that, Private.
Private? Do you mean Senpai?
Yep, you're the first recruit of my new Grand Army. Good luck. Work hard enough and maybe you'll even earn a medal.
Fo! I'm sorry, but didn't you already give Senpai a medal?
Oh, right, I did, didn't I? Oh, crap. Guess we lost track of time. Looks like we ran into a group of them out on patrol, mademoiselle.
You're right. Magical energy signals are headed towards us. Fortunately, they're still far away enough I can use my thrusters to make a clean getaway.
No, I say we let them find us. I want to get a better look at how you two fight. I'm not saying we do this for kicks. We need to hone our skills against our opponents we know we can defeat before we come up against someone really tough. We need to get better at fighting together as a unit. Call it teamwork if you like. So what do you say? Makes sense to you, Private? I do want us to get better. Now we're talking. Alright, here they are. Let's get this battle underway, Private. If you can't tell, it's been a little while since I recorded the last episode, so, I may have forgotten what voice I was doing for Napoleon. I should really try warming up my fucking vocal cords before I start recording this shit. It's a lot of fucking talking. Okay, I mean, honestly, let's take out the fucking Jotun burst. I couldn't give two shits about these soldiers. Now we can get Anna all charged. Oh, I should probably use that. Let me use our defense boost. Do it. Down a little bit. Hey, there we go. Now there's a fucking chain. This should kill. Yeah, this should kill. Just throw all the HP. 17. I don't think I should. I mean, we're pretty high. Maybe I shouldn't be too worried about these guys hitting us. Oh, they remove sea stars. That's an interesting one. Alright, and what are the two out here? Oh, a Bergreasy. And the Sulfur. I mean, the Sulfur is gonna fucking pull immediately. Alright, and yeah, let's fucking end this.
魔眼を使いなさい。
これぞ大軍師の究極禁止。破ってみせる。初歩的なことだ、友よ。エレメンタルマイティ
Oh, that increases the crit up. Forgot what his overcharge did.
B、すべてを見なさい。すべてを見抜きなさい。
Yeah, there we go, Anna. Not a kill on the Fabricio, unfortunately. Still a lot of fucking damage. And down 50k. Not bad.
仰せのと罠つ無駄だ。
死んで。
Oh, I was hoping for a crit. Jesus.
わかって。はい。
No.
懸命の
There we go.
死んで。
There's a crit. Well, I said 30k. Almost. Not bad. Ooh, almost level up. This Hinako person's Lostbelt is absolutely out of the question. 2 of the other 4 that remain are completely unfit as well. In which case, I suppose we'll need to cooperate with the Great Ones of Greece as you originally proposed? Yes, Your Majesty. I believe that would be wisest. Pepperoncino is an excellent crypter in his own right, and his Lostbelt is of high quality. But in my estimation, it still does not compare to yours, Queen Zahathskadi. I do find that crypter charming, but given what you have told me, I cannot say I care for his Lostbelt. Still, I much prefer it to the one lying right in the middle of a continent. That aside, what a bizarre name he has. Pepperoncino. It does have a strange charm to it. No matter. Let us discuss something else. The incident that took place in Village 23. It seems members of Chaldea did indeed join forces with that man. I'm told they destroyed quite a number of my daughters, the envoys modeled after the Valkyries. My knight and I will see that they are dealt with at once. Just say the word and I'll kill him. Even a demonic sword gets rusty if you don't use it now and then. What have I told you? You will kill no one. Despite your pledge to serve me, Ophelia, I see your heart still lies with another. However, this is still my world, and so you will kill no one. They may end up meeting their end at the hands of giants, or the hands of other imitation Valkyries. But that is simply the way of the world. It is as natural as footprints in the morning snow. There is no need to involve your demonic sword. Besides, did I not tell you that I would love them? I did not think you were serious. You say that as if it doesn't concern you, Ophelia. Your deadpan expression is impressive, but also dull. Then again, he doesn't want my love, does he? Be that as it may, when it comes to dealing with others besides myself, the question remains the same. That is, do I kill them or love them? If I decide to kill them, I do so immediately. I halt them, freeze them, and destroy them. If I decide to love them, I do so until their dying breath. I nurture them and stay with them as they die. All humans are my children, as are all giants. Do I kill them or love them? My enemies I kill. My children I love. That is who I am, the Queen, the Mother of Scandinavia.
Yet again that goes for you too, Ophelia. And you, Knight. You are my beloved daughter, and you my precious son. Every life that grows here in Scandinavia is my child. No, your kindness knows no bounds, your majesty. Indeed, that goes for the three Valkyries Odin entrusted to me as well. Thrud? Thrud, come here. Valkyrie Thrud, reporting for duty. Wonderful to see you in good health, Sahath Skadi, our goddess and protector. And you, Lady Ophelia, her sworn ally. Have I not told you to call me Mother? Really now. As you wish.
She sure does rattle on a lot for a doll.
What is your command? We shall obey any order you give us. For you are our master, Sahath Skadi.
Said before and I'll say it again, I want to fucking kill this cat so much. I swear every 10 fucking minutes he's got to go in and out of my room. I think he wants to get out again. I just fucking let him in. What are you looking? What? Then he just comes around and circles around my chair for like 2 minutes. What are you doing? Looking for something? Just keeps like rubbing my kneecaps and walking around me. What? You're meowing at me like you want something. Oh, he wanted up on the chair. Don't headbutt the mic. No. That's... Alright, this is why I didn't want you up on the chair. Alright, down you go. And he's gonna keep circling me now. Great. Oh no, now he's trying to climb up onto my lap from my nightstand. Oh, what are you doing? I swear to God, this fucking cat. What are you doing, Mittens? Just stop. Okay, you can lay down in my lap. Just stop headbutting the mic. No, lay down. Come on, lay down. Come on, guy. Come on, bud. God. Oh, now he's gonna start clawing on my legs. Okay. My mic back. And he's still going. I swear. Oh, man. You really don't want me to get anything done today, do you? Come on. Can't believe I'm seriously taking like 5 whole minutes out of this thing to fucking play with my cat. I love you, but come on. I'm doing something. Down. Okay, I think that does it.
After all these years, you still refuse to behave as my daughter. No matter how often I see it, it still manages to impress me. Tell me, my beloved daughter, as leader of my 100-odd envoys, what do you make of the incident in Village 23? I know you are obedient, but despite what that knight says, I also know you are no mindless wooden doll. We are meant to execute our master's commands. We cannot make decisions on our own. That's quite alright. Just tell me what you think. Keep it to pure analysis if you must. Very well. Of course, if you say these transgressors will be permitted to remain alive, we shall act accordingly. I do think they can be left alone. As for the destroyed envoys, they were mass-produced units with no ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Still, based on what I've seen in our shared records, I don't think the three of us will need to respond. Even if the circumstances change and we do end up needing to deal with them, I think the giants... or a mass-produced unit's self-destruct function would be sufficient. Oh? I am told the transgressors are a human, one who is half human, half heroic spirit. There is no need for the three of us to confront such a lowly foe.
Cheeky little doll, isn't she? Come on, Ophelia, just say the word. I want to break it right here and now.
Don't be ridiculous. Her Majesty is right there. You will not act without my permission. That is fine. That is fine. I like the way your knight speaks his mind. But stay your sword. You are not to harm my daughter. She is adorable in her own way. I accept her as she is and love her. Very well then, Sir Knight. Would you like to try drawing that demonic sword of yours right now? Your Majesty! Give me the command, Your Majesty, and that heroic spirit will be destroyed. Demonic sword and all. It may be difficult through it alone, but our chances of success would improve greatly with all three of us. That's all right. At ease, my ferocious daughter. Know that even I tend to jest at times. That wasn't funny, Sahat Scotty. Do forgive me. Seeing your adorably innocent faces, I couldn't help myself. Now then, I think I shall return to my throne for a time. I doubt they will make it here by tonight, but by tomorrow evening I expect we will have guests. No doubt they will encounter more of the giants that roam my world and destroy more imitation Valkyries before then. I do wonder, though, if they will survive long enough for us to meet.
Hero's Lair. Oh, I guess this is where he's camping out. I don't know why it's... I mean, I guess I don't know why it's bringing me there, but still, I'd rather just use one of these. I'm looking at riders. I want an assassin. Fucking dumbass. There's no hero as a Fuma. I know he's AoE. He's the only one on the list that is. You know, I'll just bring Kama. Fuck it. Yeah, let's swap out Waver. I guess we'll just bring us on. Why not, right? Let's see. Yeah, that works. Actually, now I'd rather have the, where is it? I know I have it. Somewhere, right? Or do I not have the one that gives Buster Effect? Oh, I don't have it max limit broken, but I know I have it leveled up. What the fuck is it? Huh. Genuinely confused now. Whatever. I guess I don't. Yeah, that's the arts card one. I don't have the Buster card one that gives starting MP gauge too. I could have sworn I had that New Year's one too. I guess that's on my personal account, not on this one. Oh well. Yeah, I guess I'll just go with Victor of the Moon then. Fuck it. Oh, this one just goes straight into battle. That's a nice welcome change of pace.
気乗りはしないんですけど。
I can fucking leave the Valkyrie.
はいはい。
いいですよ。
なるほ
行きます。
I'm more scared of what the fucking giant.
なるほど。
Oh, especially since he attacked twice.
そんなに欲しいんだ。
どこだ。
翻弄しますね。優しくしてあげます。なるほど。なるほど。
And they really have it out for Kama, huh? Oh, I think I know why. Because I think there's some innate thing with giants where they target anyone who has divinity. I remember reading that somewhere. And I know that's never explicitly said. But yeah, giants will innately go after any servant that has divinity. That's right, I forgot about that. That's actually a really cool touch. I like they have like those little hidden things.
シュリンガーラ4位。すごいの見せちゃいますね。
Alright, let's get rid
いい
of
で
that
すよね。はい
giant.
はい。いいですよ。
This should probably kill it.
こんなのに頼るなんて本当にどうかと思いますけど。
Or not. Charmed it. Oh, these attacks will though. Bye.
こんなのがいいなんて。
And the Valkyries just go after whoever.
背中選んだ背中を押せどこだ俺は死ねえ
Oh, there we go. Hey, look, now I can end this in style. And by style, I mean completely unnecessarily.
首を出せあの金に戻す信託
そんなに
は
欲しいんだ。
聞くがよい万象は汝の名を指し示したはずない無益あまりにも無益
Hey, level up. Got my AP back. Alright, there goes the last one. Nice job, you two. Gotta say, I didn't think we'd be running into more mass-produced Valkyries out here. Then again, both those things and the giants are loyal to the Queen, so it makes sense they might fight side by side. It was like something straight out of myth, seeing Valkyries with giants in tow.
It was rather magnificent seeing them both together like that. At any rate, Master, I can confirm there are no more magical energy signals nearby. Well done.
You too, Mash. Great job out there.
Thank you.
Gotta say though, you two handle yourselves pretty nicely. I can tell you've done this before. You've got real guts, little shield lady. You too, John. How do you summon so many heroic spirits at once? I don't suppose you get them to stick around.
Fo-fo.
Well, that's a damn shame. Otherwise, I could have put together the greatest grand army of all time. But there's no sense crying over, milk you can't even spill. Anyway, we'll have to build up our strength like the old-fashioned way. In other words, the three of us have got to get stronger. Let's see. Here, let me give you some tips for hunting giants. First off, try to go for their sensory organs or legs. That's your best bet unless you got a real powerhouse of a weapon. So you can just go for the vitals and take them out in one shot.
You keep saying sensory organs, but do you mean their heads?
That's right. heads full of sensory organs. Those masks they wear cover up their eyes and noses, and it doesn't look like their hearing is exceptional. So they might be relying on some kind of sixth sense, or an ability that lets them detect heat sources. But I figure their eyes are a safe bet. So make sure you go for their heads, even if you have to hit them through their masks. They're a big target, so it shouldn't be too tough to damage them. When going for the legs, the knees and ankles are the best targets. The giant's size and mass can be intimidating. Once you knock them down to the ground, they're pretty much sitting ducks. In other words, there's nothing too special about it. Just follow best practice.
Foo, foo, foo!
You really know your way around a giant fight, huh?
Yes, I'm surprised too. I had no idea you were also a great giant killer. I don't know of any tales about you killing giants myself, though. Is it possible for stories to be both secret and passed down to others?
Don't worry, you're not missing any stories. Things just sort of worked out this way.
Foo? Well, worked out.
Pretty much. Gonna be nightfall soon. Perfect. What do you say we make camp for the night around there? Besides, I think it's about time we talk tactics. Oh, come on, fucking... I don't need that fucking pop. Why does that pop up now of all times?
Oh, wow. There really are camping facilities here. Did you set all this up ahead of time, Napoleon?
You bet. I've got base camps like this set up all around this Lostbelt. Set them up with gear I borrowed from the village where I drove off that one envoy. Still, the best part of being a rogue servant is... you never have to worry about supplies. All you need is a place to rest your mind and body for a while. Of course, I doubt it'll be that easy for you two.
Oh no, we will be fine, but thank you for your concern. We always carry food, water, and sleeping bags with us. My shield has storage space, you see. There we go. Foo! Foo, foo! Don't worry, Fo, we have some for you too. Here, I'll put some water in your dish right now. Foo, foo!
Huh, that's pretty handy. But you never have too many blankets. Here. Nice and warm.
We still have the rations we brought from the border, but for tonight, why don't we have Gerda's bread? It's too bad we had to say our goodbyes so hastily. I wonder how Gerda's doing right now. I hope we get to see her again at some point. Yes, I hope so too. Foo! Ah, Fo, it's rude to start eating your food before everyone's served. Fo!
Hey, that looks good. Let me try a bite. Hey, it is good. In fact, it deserves a medal. You said her name was Gerda. Looks like she's earned a medal of her own. Whew, that hit the spot. Alright, let's talk tactics. Sorry for springing all this on you.
Not at all. It's good to discuss this as early as possible. Thank you for doing this.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. So tomorrow we're gonna make our move on the enemy. We'll be sneaking into the castle near Old Oslo, right? When we do, we'll almost certainly have a fight waiting for us. Sigurd alone was a really tough enemy. Good question. So to begin, we need to define our conditions for victory.
Fo?
Well, the question we need to ask is, what must we do to win? Conversely, what would mean that we have completely, absolutely lost? Can we only win by wiping out the enemy? No, we can't possibly kill every giant and envoy in Scandinavia, and we wouldn't want to. So that's not a suitable condition for victory. No, what you two need to do more than anything is get the paper moon back.
Retrieving the paper moon is our highest, most urgent priority. And we also absolutely require information on the Tree of Emptiness, since we can't see it. It may end up being after we've made contact with the Wandering Sea, but we will eventually need to destroy it and make this Lostbelt disappear.
And that's your victory condition. That's what you need to do. Get this paper moon thing back and find out what you can about the Tree of Emptiness. So what's your defeat condition? Easy. You both end up dead. So your only choice is to keep yourselves safe and set about meeting your victory condition. If it were just a matter of defeating your enemies, things would be simple. Unfortunately, your condition from victory is pretty far from straightforward.
Oh.
Now, doggy, cheer up. I know it looks bad. The Queen's influence extends to all of Scandinavia, after all. But she has no intention of throwing everything she's got at us.
She doesn't?
If she wanted us dead, we would be. The envoys and giants all act as she desires, almost like puppets. If she ordered the giants in this area to find and attack us, we'd be fighting them off every minute of the day. But that's obviously not what she's done. Oh, I had to take a little nap after I finished recording this episode. I didn't sleep after I got home from work. They haven't even raised any kind of alarm about us, let alone created a defensive line or anything.
You mean they're not trying to defend against us?
That's right. As the Supreme Commander of the Grand Army, it pains me to say this. But she doesn't even think of us as an enemy. I think at worst she sees us something more like a pack of wild animals. But that's okay. It's our in. She's leaving herself wide open by not putting up her guard. Oh, and one more thing. Listen close. Once we make our way into their base. Alright. Might be kind of a stretch to call it a strategy, but that's the plan.
Understood.
Good answer. Anyway, don't worry. I didn't bring you two all this way without anything to show for it. I've got more than one trump card up my sleeve. As for what they are, well, you'll just have to wait and see.
Fuck you!
Sorry about that. If it makes you feel any better, I'm only half serious. Yeah, man, these sections are a lot longer than I remember them being.
Alright, so this is what, section 6 now we're in? 6, so that'll be next episode. Oh, 6 is gonna be fun. Boss encounters with Sigurd. I think this one was, what, 17 sections? Oh, we're getting there, slowly, but surely. Just gotta keep hammering away at it. Because who knows if I'll be able to finish Oniland in time. Alright, so I'll end the episode off here, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Fate Grand Order. See you guys then. Bye!